My name is Daramola Abdullahi. I'm a diehard Chelsea supporters club and Chelsea fan.
My name is David. I'm a dying Arsenal fan.
Hi guys, my name is Tosin and I'm a Tottenham fan.
Hello, good evening. I'm Emmanuel and I'm a Manchester United fan.
Looking at the season we go, if you really look at them, you see Chelsea, they not really big good at all. Due to say Lampard don't sign any player, so they were really that bad that last season.
If Arsenal lose Aubameyang, it will be a very great loss to Arsenal. And next season they will really need Aubameyang because some clubs like Chelsea has bought some key players.
Each signing my coach has done so far has been a great signing, and each player has been performing well in their own way. So I believe people will say Chelsea was going to win the league and all that, but it's because of all the signings they have made. But I believe it's not by making many signings when you still have other players in that same position.
I feel Tottenham has done the best business in the transfer market. Why? Other clubs, I don't want to mention names, but they've been wasting money on small boys that cannot do anything. But Tottenham, we were direct. We went straight for key players. Doherty, everybody wants to sign Doherty. We went for Ojberg, that's former Southampton. Beautiful midfielder, he will give you what you need. Johat is trash, but we manage him like that.
But coming to this season, the season where they look up for, if you really look at them, Chelsea don't really buy so many players. They say they're the good player like Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, like Ben Chilwell and Thiago Silva. So looking at those players, if they really gel, if they can really come together, if the coach really try make them gel together, I'm looking at Chelsea that they'll be a very good contender this season.
It's not by making a lot of signings, it's by how good the players can blend with each other. I believe my team is actually winning the transfer window.
Arsenal needs Aubameyang to perform very well.
So I'm looking at Chelsea this season. The person who will be the X factor for Chelsea this season will really be Hakim Ziyech.
William is a very key signing for Arsenal.
Our best player indeed, Bruno Fernandes, is the one that put on the wall.
Wow. So the reactions of the fans of these clubs, I know Premier League's upon us. Toba, what do you have to say about the kind of signings you have? I saw you smiling to...
Yeah, I think that fan's reaction, the Chelsea fan there, was spot on. We strengthened where we needed to strengthen. And we had all known that this was going to happen. I mean, FIFA provoked Abramovich, and so it was going to happen. It was bound to happen. And so I don't think there's no argument here. We are winning the transfer window.
Who do you think is the key man for Chelsea this time around?
Personally, I know most people are going on about Havertz and Werner, but I think Ziyech will play a pivotal role in how our season turns out to be last season.
So you have something to say to what Toby, Steve?
Now, while I agree with in fact, most of the stuff he has said, Chelsea's buying a new team. They are trying their best to strengthen their areas of weakness. Well, I agree. I also think that a lot of the work falls on Lampard. Tactically, I think he's brilliant, right? However, there's some key areas where he needs to work on. For instance, Chelsea midfield is beautiful, but their defense, little offside.
Zuma is there.
Thiago Silva was excellent last season, especially PSG's run in the Champions League.
How does he know?
He was excellent. Yes, he's 35.
I just want to let you know that 35 will tell. As a player, I don't think he has what it takes to stand up to our Premiership level.
That is fantastic.
Yes,
So we cross over to Manchester United. I know the Chelsea guys, you've had your time. So Manchester United, it wasn't a bad end to the season last time.
You know what? I'm going to be as honest as I can. It wasn't. Excuse me. It wasn't a great end as well, but it wasn't bad. It was neither here nor there.
Okay.
However, I believe that with a few key signings, especially in the midfield, Manchester United will definitely be taking the lead.
How long is that key signing?
Sorry, excuse me.
I guess you have just one signing now.
Yes,
what do you think about him?
I think he's amazing, especially going forward.
True.
He doesn't just stay. I mean, he's a.
I agree.
Yeah, he's a high-playing midfielder, and I always appreciate high-playing midfielders, especially central midfielders. Now, what I think we lack and what I think we need is a defensive midfielder.
Okay.
Someone to actually step into Matic's
Matic, okay.
boots, yes.
Matic.
Because
he's growing old also.
Fred, you want to call Fred?
No, not even Fred. The other guy.
McTominay.
Yes, McTominay.
I don't think McTominay is a
ripe
bad
enough.
midfielder. However, I don't think he's ripe enough. We need a more decisive defensive midfielder.
What do you think was the problem last season, and what should be corrected going into the new season?
I think Solskjaer is wildly inexperienced. However, his lack of experience in as a coach, not in Premier League, as a coach, tells a lot of the time. For instance, the match against Chelsea, I think our last match against Chelsea in the FA Cup, where all he had to do was maintain the same formation, and we would have kicked their butts.
I beg to disagree. I beg to disagree.
It was obvious from the start of the match that, look...
So let's give this Chelsea man an opportunity.
I beg to disagree because we totally controlled the midfield in that match.
Because
I think that was
we
where
switched,
we won.
Because Solskjaer decided to change the formation because he wanted to play the battle of the midfield with Chelsea, and it would have made no sense.
Okay, so... Well, that's just...
So, Tayo, what of Arsenal? What, you've been quiet.
Yeah, that's
quiet. Why have you been
avoiding... I mean, we won the FA Cup, 14th time. I mean, the leader of the pack won the Community Shield against Man City,
so,
beating all the big four.
And so your season...
Liverpool,
that's the end.
Beating, thrashed, and we're going into a new season.
You beat Liverpool.
We've taken an agent from your team in the mold of
I
Willian.
like what you said.
But this agent is a brand.
When we meet this season, you see.
This agent is a brand that Arsenal has never seen before.
Sorry,
it comes with a lot of pace, a lot of passion, a lot of drive.
Are we talking about Willian?
Willian, yeah.
I wanted to be sure. That's what I wanted to find out.
Why you people. I wonder why you
Oh my
people
God.
actually hated him, because he was practically your best player.
We didn't hate him.
You know, it was practically your best player.
It was time.
It was time, yeah. And you know, he's coming into a team that actually appreciates a lot of effort, a lot of desire. People who
in the Europa League.
Well, it doesn't matter. You start from somewhere.
Okay. Would you
already
consider Willian your key signing?
Not at all, but he's a vital part of the puzzle. Yes, he's a very vital part of the puzzle. I'll say that there are other signings that you guys should be talking about.
Like?
We have Pablo Mari, who came in last season, and he's got an extended... William Saliba is coming with Gabriel is coming now.
Yeah,
so it's Arteta has done something to the team, fixing where the problem is. Ceballos is back on loan, and that means an extension of. So if a coach is giving you that confidence that, oh, I need you in my team, you're very important to my team, and the fans are also pushing. Gabriel, for example, said fans had a major role in actually bringing in.
Well, I agree with the fact that, yes, first of all, you're really passionate about your club, and I agree that you are, Well, I agree with everything that you said. Arsenal does have a record.
Okay.
And that record is the fact that it starts with some fire.
Yes,
and ends with some ice.
In the past 3 seasons, it's not been like that, especially with Emery coming in. It's not been like that. Well, enough of transfers. Let's talk about the first matches of these teams for the next season. Let me start with Arsenal. Arsenal will be playing Fulham, and one thing that is a certainty is that Fulham is always a piece of cake for Arsenal.
London derby, yeah?
52 games between the two sides. Arsenal have won 35 times. Fulham have won just 7 times and 10 draws. Come on. You want to say that, and it's even in London. So, I mean, Arsenal is, I actually predicted this was going to happen. Okay. Now, Fulham were going to be the first team to play Arsenal. And unfortunately, they left the Premier League 2019. They came back. Credit to them. And Scott Parker too. Credit to you. But the Arsenal side you're meeting this time around, they're going to trash you. They're going to send you, I don't want to say they're going to send you back, but 6 points is guaranteed for Arsenal this season. Unfortunately, the season is starting without a lot of friendly matches, and that may actually have effect on some of these players, especially the championship players, because FA Cup just finished, Community Shield just finished. So in top shape, if you want to pick a team that is in that form, that's Arsenal between the two sides.
Well, I'll give you that. Arsenal does have the edge.
So Man United, who are you playing?
Well, Manchester United will be facing Crystal Palace in the beginning of the season, first match of the season. And for me, it's already a giveaway. Roy Hodgson versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in Old Trafford. It's already a decided result. Manchester United has won. There's nothing to there are no arguments. There are no debates.
See how easy you are.
It's that simple. The only thing I'm afraid of, my only fear from Crystal Palace is their new signing, Iberichi from Nigeria. That guy is an absolutely fantastic player.
Absolutely.
He's probably going to be their most pivotal player, their key player. However, knowing fully well that we have the kind of defensive midfielders that we have, even though some of them might be a little questionable, I see Manchester United scaling through this one.
But this exact same fixture last season, Crystal Palace won Manchester
How long
United at
ago
Old
last
Trafford.
season? I need to know
That
how
was
long
exactly 1 year ago, August
Manchester
last year.
United has come from a very long run of progressive wins. You need to understand that Manchester United is not just a transformed team.
But
they are now an understanding and
Sevilla recently beat Manchester United.
Did you
just
watch the
last
match?
month. I did. I watched the match.
an
The
element
only
of-
reason why they beat us that time was because of bad luck. I
Bad
will tell
luck.
you that. If you don't
Bad
know
luck.
that it's bad
I
luck,
beg
then
you.
So,
like
There
that.
is an
luck.
element.
Bad luck.
There is an element of surprise. Crystal Palace always
Tactically,
bring in.
Manchester United they're already miles ahead of Crystal Palace. Tactically, already miles ahead.
Actually, I agree with you that tactically, let me finish. Man United are ahead, and in fact, technically, because VAR is there,
Yes,
and penalty is there. So come on.
Yes, we
But
know,
you know, the
we know how
funny
we
thing
should
is,
play
First
out.
of all, no.
Crystal Palace always come with a bag of surprise. They always come with something different.
While I agree with you, know fully well that Roy Hodgson is a very, very experienced manager, and he knows how to handle big teams. Yes, he always has.
Yes.
Manchester United just has too much firepower for Crystal Palace to deal with. Martial, Rashford, James. I'm calling James because James has been absolutely.
I must
stunning.
confess that Man United have rediscovered some kind of
They are starting
form.
to rediscover their
You know,
form, yes.
They look like they're in a good place now.
yeah, they're in a
Yes.
good
They
place.
look
The
like they're in a good
mentality is
place.
changing. The players have raised their game.
Yes.
Oh,
I-
Igalo.
And we can credit wait.
I love the guy.
Favor-
Come on.
favor
I
over
don't want him to be on the
I
bench.
can credit first of all.
I
He
don't
is
want him
going
to
to be
be.
on the bench because Crystal Palace I don't think they need a strong man. They need a fast man to go past them. So I'm already rooting for.
And you think
James.
Igalo is not fast?
I don't think he's as fast as.
Are you
I don't
kidding
think
me?
he's not as fast as they are.
No. What I'm saying is, the intelligence of the striker being the number one. Igalo is one of the best
I agree.
players that can
play,
yeah.
yes, he's really good at it.
Even the dogs,
Igalo for me.
even the dogs
Igalo,
agree that you're lying.
listen, Igalo for me works as a substitute. 78 minutes, 70th minute. Igalo for me would be brought in as a sub. However, to start the match, Manchester United will start the match on a pacey note.
Absolutely.
So you would need your Martial, you would
Absolutely.
need your Rashford, you would need your James.
Absolutely.
You would also need
To get
our key
penalties.
player,
Add that, to get
Bruno
penalties.
Fernandes,
To
leave
get
us alone.
penalties.
Doing by the penalties, don't you realize that they trick
can I
us?
say-
But
Can I ask a
it
question?
feels, personally, I think it feels beneath Manchester United to depend on penalties to win matches.
Do you
I
think
just
Manchester
that's
United goes into a match depending,
Actually,
hoping to get the
yes.
penalty?
I do
That's
think
not
that-
true.
I think again.
I don't really think it's a bad thing. I think every team will want to get a penalty.
I think
But
that's not the strategy.
a team
That's
having
not
a
the
lot of
valid
penalty
strategy.
actually speaks more about how much pressure they take to the other side, and I give
And how
I
much-
give a lot of credit to United
Thank
for
you
that.
for that.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
some of them might be dodgy. Yeah,
Yes,
some
yes.
of them might be dodgy.
Yeah.
But the
Nobody
truth,
is dodgy. It's
Yes.
the amount of pressure that we put on the other team, and for one reason or the other, we get tripped.
So let's move over to Chelsea.
So we have Brighton versus my team Chelsea, Monday Night Football, the first of the season, and I really think that while Brighton have good things going with their coach and all, I do think, because there's this buzz about Ben White, their new defender that was on loan at Leeds last season, and people are saying how they have big expectations for him this season. But I do think that Chelsea, I mean, come on, we want the transfer window. We have Ziyech, we have Werner, we have Thiago Silva, we have Havertz. Who can stand such firepower? So it's clear. I really don't think there needs to be any argument. Or do you think Brighton will beat
Can I
Chelsea?
remind you of certain teams that won the transfer window and still lost?
No, but not in this manner.
It goes
Not in
without
this
saying. It
manner.
goes without saying
Not
that
in this manner. It
the
goes-
transfer window was in your favor.
Exactly.
But it comes with element of uncertainties also, because these players are just meeting
Each other for
the
yes,
first time,
but-
and it's
but-
going to be very difficult for them to have a blend that you
and
want.
so that's where Lampard comes in. I predict a 3-0 win. 3-0 win.
3-0.
Brighton have nothing on us.
Okay, so what's your prediction for
That's
Man
You know what?
United?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna give it to them. Maybe
2-0.
2-1. Yeah.
Well,
well,
for Arsenal, it's going to be 3 goals, 3 points. Thank you.
3 goals. 3 goals.
It might be 3 goals, but not 3
I think Arsenal will win, but I think they will concede.
I don't talk.
Forget all those Saliba,
and
Gabriel.
it might even be a tight win. It might be a very close win.
With Fulham?
I think they will concede. It's Fulham. Mitrovic.
You're just
boxer.
saying Mitrovic.
That guy is like a boxer.
And so we head out to the streets to hear the opinions of the fans.
Hi, my name is Nathaniel. I'm a Man United fan.
Good day, guys. My name is Alao Elijah. I'm a Manchester United fan.
Hello, good day. My name is Iku Christopher. I'm a Barcelona fan.
Hi everyone, my name is Emmanuel and I'm a Manchester United fan.
My name is Tolulope Adeni. I rep Arsenal Football Club.
The first match against Brighton, I feel that first match in EPL is always very, very hard for clubs or for all the new clubs. But what I'm saying at the first match is that Chelsea can maybe try to win the match maybe by 2-1.
Our first game of the season, which is Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. For sure, we are winning that game for sure. You guys know that we are winning it. The reason being that last season, after the addition of Bruno Fernandes, we have been on a good form.
The Premiership game between Arsenal and Fulham. I believe Arsenal, they are going to win that game. I believe that game is a one-sided game because based on their previous outings, based on their previous meetings, Arsenal have always come out top. And if you should go and check Arsenal's current form, they are on top of their game right now.
My prediction for our first match against Crystal Palace, I see a 2-1 score in favor of Man United.
We have been on fire. We are winning. We win almost all our games, and stats shows that Manchester United have been the better side.
Arsenal Football Club is back to the winning ways. Is back to reckoning. What a way to start the season, beating Liverpool, the EPL champion. The pride of London is back. Arsenal Football Club.
I'm actually quite excited about the new season and I wish the team a very good luck.
You're welcome back, and amazing and weird reactions from the fans, especially with regards to Arsenal. They were not particularly sure about it. They were not sure.
When you're confident, your voice will be deep. You could feel that
back
guy.
From where?
From where? You have to be somewhere to be back from there. So where were you guys?
We never went anywhere.
Oh, really? So the Premier League has decided that matches will still continue behind closed doors for this season, and so we're not going to have fans in the stadium till maybe later. They're working with the government to see how fans can be brought down in a socially distanced environment, and so that's one thing to look forward to. Tayo, is there any other?
Well, the Premier League season, the 2020-2021 season, is going to start September 12th and will end sometime in May, 23rd of May. And that will be 19 days to the rescheduled European competition.
Yes.
You know, and so that gives them just a little. It's going to be a busy. 2021 is going to be a busy year. The Premier League, the Olympics is there. You know, they've moved so many things into next year, and so.
And speaking of European competitions. Manchester United and Man City have their own fixtures pushed all the way back to the 19th because of participation in Europa League and Champions League, so they have all pushed back, as well as Chelsea and Wolves. So everybody, they're giving them that extra time to rest before they come and smash through, especially United, to come and smash through the Premier League.
That's right. Take the game out. Well, it's been a fantastic show on Soccer Parlour, and with Toba and Steven, it's been entertainment all through, and we can just say that this is the start of a beautiful thing. Toba, what do you have to say?
Yeah, it's very wonderful, and I think special credit should go to the producers, the people behind the show, and this is an opportunity for fans to come out and give their opinions on their clubs and on the situation as it unfolds. So I really think it's an awesome thing.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of football, like I am, and you're a fan of Manchester United, if you're a winner and you have a winner's mentality, be sure to follow Soccer Parlour on all their social media handles, especially if you want to join the show. Really? If you want to be on the show, be sure to follow Soccer Parlour on all their social media handles.